Hi, welcome. I have made several videos on perimenopause symptoms because quite frankly, there are over 100 symptoms and I could never cover them all in one video. While making those videos, I discovered some very odd symptoms, and honestly, I suffer several of those strange symptoms myself. This video will detail 7 more symptoms that are truly bizarre and most women wouldn't think to associate with perimenopause, but they are in fact related. The first symptom is the overwhelming heartbeat. I suffer this symptom occasionally, and it is so bizarre that it's actually hard to explain. But those of you who suffer from this particular symptom should understand what I'm talking about. It feels like your heart is beating so hard that you can actually feel it beating, and sometimes can hear it beating deep in your ears. It gives you the sensation that your heart rate and blood pressure are sky high, but when you check your numbers on your blood pressure meter, they're completely normal. Although the anxiety caused after this experience is sure to raise your blood pressure. There are instances where perimenopause can cause a fast pulse, but in these particular episodes, it only feels as if your heart rate has increased because your heart feels as if it's pounding right out of your chest. This particular symptom, coupled with the occasional palpitation, actually caused me to have myself fitted with a Holter monitor for 2 days to keep track of my heart. And during my strange episodes, which, by the way, stopped me in my tracks for 10 or 15 minutes at a time, the machine didn't pick up a single solitary thing. Nothing. What? I still don't understand how that's even possible. How can you feel like your heart is going to beat right out of your chest when nothing's actually happening? I don't understand, but there you have it. Bizarre symptom number 1. The second incredibly odd symptom that affects many women in perimenopause is the frequent feeling that you have a UTI when all testing indicates otherwise. Have you found yourself in the doctor's office on more than one occasion convinced that you have a UTI, but urine testing and cultures indicate that you're completely fine? This can be the direct result of decreasing estrogen, causing the urethra to become thin, dry, and irritated, which can cause burning, discomfort, and several other concerning symptoms. Estrogen creams and moisturizers can help. So if you're one of those unlucky ladies that is suffering from this particular symptom, talk to your doctor. He or she may be able to help alleviate the torment. Next on the list, weird rashes that seem to spring up out of nowhere for no apparent reason whatsoever. And oh my, do they itch. They can show up in the form of hives, patches, spots, eczema, or psoriasis. This odd symptom is one that attacks me quite often, and I still haven't pinpointed any particular triggers. Strange hive-like patches just seem to spring up out of thin air. I will be attempting to go about my day when all of a sudden I will get the most intense itching sensation, usually on my legs, and then I will discover a swollen red hive-like patch. Even stranger than that, I usually only get 1 or maybe 2 at a time. Initially, I thought I was being constantly bitten by something, but I know now that bugs have nothing to do with it. Lack of estrogen is the likely culprit. It causes the skin to become dry and much more sensitive, leaving me and some of you, I'm sure, much more prone to skin conditions and strange flares. Allergies aside, anything, and I mean anything, can cause flare-ups during perimenopause. I do not own any clothing at this point that does not feel like sandpaper on my skin, and I can only use soaps and detergents that are fragrance-free and most times plant-based, and I still have strange flare-ups. So frustrating. Number 4, air hunger. This is another truly bizarre symptom to try and describe. In essence, it feels as if you can't get a big enough breath of air in, almost as if your lungs won't expand enough. It's a very uncomfortable symptom and can cause a lot of anxiety, which can worsen the breathlessness. You may be asking yourself how perimenopause could possibly cause this particular symptom. Let me try and explain. Decreasing estrogen causes a drying out of the body, as we saw with the urinary symptom and the rashes. The lungs are no exception. They act like moist sponges that expand and contract in order to transport oxygen from the lung surface to the bloodstream. If they begin to dry up, their ability to expand and contract decreases. If you've ever seen a dry sponge, as I'm sure you have, you know that it does not bounce back when squeezed like a wet one does. If you suffer from this particular symptom, make sure to drink ample water every single day so that you never become dehydrated and make this particular symptom worse. Also, try and practice deep breathing daily to help increase lung capacity, decrease anxiety, and relax. Another bizarre and embarrassing symptom in perimenopause is sudden lack of bladder control. Have you noticed that coughing, sneezing, laughing, and jumping are dangerous activities in midlife and can lead to surprising and unexpected leaks? Do you find now that you have a very limited window of time to get to the washroom when your bladder is full before embarrassing accidents occur? This can all be caused by decreasing estrogen thinning the lining of the urethra. If you suffer from this particular symptom, Kegels are your best friend, ladies. Several times a day, when you're just going about your daily business, secretly tighten your pelvic muscles, hold them for a few seconds, and release. It will help to strengthen the muscles in the area and help ameliorate bladder control. Bizarre symptom number 6 is tendinitis, an injury and swelling of the tendons typically caused by overuse. It usually affects the elbows, shoulders, wrists, knees, and ankles, and believe me when I tell you, ladies, it can and will affect every single one of those during perimenopause. I honestly think I suffer tendinitis in every single joint. I have a drawer full of braces. I also suffered a frozen shoulder in my mid-40s with no apparent cause whatsoever. That was my introduction to perimenopause. Not a pleasant experience at all, ladies. I couldn't even raise my arm high enough to wash or brush my hair, and it took a very long time to return to normal. This irritation to the tendons is a common symptom of decreasing estrogen. Tendons are made up of collagen fibers, and estrogen is a key player in the production of new collagen fibers. Low estrogen in midlife means that tendons do not recover efficiently, as the body is not able to produce new collagen fibers efficiently. Tendinitis in several joints can make you feel like you're 100 years old, believe me, and affects many, many women in perimenopause. Symptom number 7 is constant hunger. Are you finding yourself hungry all day long? Are you picking at food all day but never seem to feel satisfied? Are you struggling with weight issues and having a real problem taking the pounds off because you just can't control your eating right now? These are all related to perimenopause. Levels of ghrelin, the hunger-stimulating hormone, increase during perimenopause, while levels of leptin that promote feelings of fullness decrease, leading to an increase in appetite. If you're feeling ravenous, ladies, focusing on fiber and protein can help you feel more satisfied, and veggies can fill you right up without added calories. Perimenopause can really disrupt quality of life for many of you. You may find yourselves plagued by a list of symptoms, some very common in perimenopause, others less well known, and some downright bizarre. It can be hard to know what is hormonal and what is something to be concerned about. I really hope all of the content on my channel about perimenopause symptoms helps you distinguish between hormonal symptoms and other issues. If you're interested in watching another video on perimenopause symptoms, you can click the link on the screen right now or find the link to the playlist on perimenopause symptoms in the description of this video. Remember to subscribe for more content for middle-aged women. I make videos on all things midlife. Live your best midlives, everyone, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.